Hi, folks. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me give introduction about myself. Most of people we are aware of RRITEC Institute. This is the institute which is running from last 7.5 years of duration, and I have the experience, 14 plus years of experience I have with the different technologies, like mainly in the data warehouse. I have a chance to work on different tools like Informatica, OBI, ODI, Tableau, Power BI, Talent, so many tools. And at present, I am working as a data scientist. Okay, and I will be taking care of as a solution part of the cluster handling. I am taking care of this point of time. So how to design the cluster, what points, how many things you have to take care as part of the big data environment. Those things I am taking care of it. So as the people are aware of it, the big data, that is Hadoop or data science, if you take it, we need bit of coding is required, that is there. But down the line,
Voice is not clear.
sorry,
Voice is not clear.
not clear. Okay. Uh, is it clear now? Is it clear
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yes.
So what I was telling is, so if I say big data, people will have a myth by saying we need the lot of coding is required, then only we can go with the big data. That's what the myth is. Actually, any tool, if you came into the existency, they will come with the coding only. Slowly, they will try to move that coding towards app kind of thing. App kind of thing. That means daily, let us say we have initially got the map review. Anything we want to do it, we have to do the Java code only. We have to do it. Later, we got so many ecosystems. Now with minimal coding, whatever daily we are doing SQL, with that coding, we are able to manage and we're able to manage all the data related work. So we need not worry about it. But however, to understand best, we need to have minimal knowledge on the core Java, minimal knowledge on the SQL. Those all things also will be covered in the class itself will be covered. Okay, that is about myself. What I am doing here. So if I know your background, then it will be very comfortable for me to start with the class. Just I need the name. Then I want to know skills you work. What are the skills you got chance to work on it, and what is the experience level? That's it. How many years of experience we have? For example, I have here. Okay, like this. I want it. Yes. Let us start with Kiran. You there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kiran.
Mm-hmm. So I'm working on ETL ODI.
ETL ODI. By any chance, you are related to the RRITEC?
No.
Okay. Right. How many years of experience?
I have around 7 years of experience.
11. Excellent.
Seven, sorry.
7 years.
11 is too much for me.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Krishna, are you with me?
Hello. Yeah, yes, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I'm able to.
Okay. I have experience on ODI, OBIEE.
ODI and OBAWE. Okay.
Yeah. 5 years of experience.
5 years. By any chance, are you related with RRITEC?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Subbu, are you with me? Subbu, are you with me? Subbu, are you with me?
Hey Ram,
Yeah.
do you remember? Yeah, I already learned Informatica in RRITEC.
Informatica. Okay, that's excellent.
Yeah.
How, how
Now
many
I
years?
just want to learn Hadoop.
Okay. So you are not working, you mean to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What is it? So there is no point of experience then, right? Any technology you got chance to work on it?
No, not
No.
it.
Okay. Fine. Sujit,
Okay. Can you hear me?
yes, I am able to hear.
Okay. So OBIEE, Informatica, Cognos, MicroStrategy.
Wow, big list.
Yeah, from
Okay.
13-year experience.
How many?
13.
13 years of experience. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. What about you, Venkat?
Hi, Ramit. This is
Yeah.
Venkat. Actually, I have 8 years of experience. I worked on OBIE, ODI, Informatica. Currently, I'm working on ODI actually. ODI and OBI.
By any chance, you are ready to RRITEC?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Right. I'm happy to see here whoever in front of me, mostly they have the experience and some other things. Okay. And big data is not different from Dissolve tools actually. Dissolve tools directly or indirectly related with the big data only. Directly or related with the big data only. Even if you go to the Google and if you just type here ODI with big data, we are going to get interface, we are going to get it. ODI with big data. Okay, now then we are going to get here Oracle Big Data and ODI. The Oracle guy itself published the articles here. That means ODI is going to work on the big data platform, like whatever they have the databases, Hive, HBase, and Scoop. These all things ODI also going to work on it. And even we got chance to some of the people are saying like I worked on the Informatica. So if you go and try to observe the Informatica with big data, then they also have their own software is available to do this part. If you go and try to see it, this is the Informatica official website. This is the Informatica official website. There also you can observe we have the big data related software they have it to do the ETL work. And some of the people are saying like we have chance to work on the OVW tool. Okay, in the OVW tool also we can find the big data. OVW tool also we can find the big data. So OVA with big data, if you go and try to type it, Oracle BAW suite, okay, with the big data we have. Okay, even in my mission, whatever it is installed, I have the VM of the Oracle, There you can find lot of plugins are available. Lot of plugins are available with related to the big data we have it. So what I want to say from these all points is big data developers, big data developers are from scratch, from zero. No one is available. They have experience on some other technologies and they came to the big data platform. Even my career also like that only happened. No one started their career with a big data only. No one started. Okay. And this big data can be utilized on any other technologies also. You see here, this is what the OBW what I opened. Here I can see the big data integration with the Cloudera Manager, Big Data SQL, Big Data Connector, Hive, those all things are available here, right? Okay. So what I want to say is, whatever technologies you learned it, you can keep the technology on top of it. You can put the big data as a added advantage. I think I am clear. Whatever technology we have it, the technology as usual, you can keep it. You have the experience on those things. And also, we are aware of the big data and you can showcase, okay, 1 or 2 or 3 years of experience on the big data and you can push your resume towards the big data. Towards the big data. Now, today, let us go and try to understand what is big data and what are the things we are going to learn as part of this training program. We'll go and we'll try to learn about it. What is big data and what are things we are going to learn? We are going to learn about it. Let us go and try to see this slide. We have one here. We have 2 types of courses in the big data. One is called as developer. Second is called as admin. Majorly, we are going to focus on development work. We are going to focus on it. Development work. We are going to focus on it. However, if anyone is interested on the admin part, the special classes will be conducted as a separate course will be conducted. Not included in this one. However, basic level of the admin will be covered here. Are you getting my point? So, full-fledgedly, we are going to concentrate on the developer activities. We are going to concentrate it. Developer activities we are going to concentrate. Am I clear? Right. So, as you know, Hadoop technology of future, Hadoop is a popular open source. This is a very important point here. If you take any other things, any other technologies, we are spending a lot of money on the licensing part. People are not interested to spend that much of money on the licensing. So the alternative solution is these guys are come up with is a open source. As it is a open source, that's what people are showing more interest towards on the Hadoop. This is one of the reasons why this is famous in the market. So Hadoop is a popular open source implementation of MapReduce. MapReduce is the only one area which demands from you Java. That too, not the high level Java, it's a basic core Java. How much you require, that much I am going to cover as part of our course also I am going to cover it. Okay. A powerful tool designed for deep analysis and transformations of very large data. See, as the people are belong to data warehousing, OVW, ODI, Informatica, I think these words are not new for you. We know what is analysis and we know what is transformation, right? These words are not new for you. That means, end of the day, big data is useful to convert one form of data into another form. And once we converted one form of data into another form, using that data, we are going to analyze our business. Then how this is different from our regular tools, whatever we have it, that we have to learn today. Let us go try to see here. Now people understand here 3 points here. One is called as it is a open source. Second is it is useful to transform the data one form to another form. Once you transform on the transformed data, we are going to analyze our business. End of the day, we are going to analyze our business and we are going to work with here large data. It's not KBs, it's not MBs, it's not GBs. Okay, it is more data. That's what the one of the plus point what we have here. Now, if you go and try to observe the next slide, This is what is big data. Here, volume, big volumes. We have the data, then it is very suitable solution for you. Okay, the volume of data is more, then it is suitable for you. Then variety. Some people will tell like I have the structured data. I have the structured data. I hope you people are aware of it. What do you mean by structured data? If you go and try to type in the Google, you'll come to know what is structured data. Let us say structured data versus unstructured data. Now, if you see here, let us say this slide is very beautiful slide, and I think it can explain best what is structured data and unstructured data. So, structured data means regularly whatever we are seeing the databases. That's what called as structured data, like Oracle database, SQL Server database, MySQL database. Those all things are organizing the data, columns and rows are going to organize it. That is a structured data. And unstructured data, like in the Twitter, in the LinkedIn, we are going to write one paragraph of data. There is no proper structure for that. And we have one video file. And we have one, someone is speaking about something. Or we are going for some blogging. Or we have some PDF document. Any of these things, we are going to call it as unstructured data. There are scenarios you may have semi-structured data. That means partially, let's say some percentage of the data will be available in the structured format. Some of the data is available in unstructured format. Then that is called as semi-structured data. And if you take here, whatever we are seeing the Informatica, ODA, OBA, that's what people are saying, I worked on that. Those all tools can work directly on the structured data. They cannot work on the unstructured data. Our regular tools, whatever available, those all things are working with the structured data and they cannot work with the unstructured data. Right? Now, coming to the point here, this is a tool, big data is a concept. We are going to work with even unstructured data also we are going to work, and semi-structured data also we are going to work. And velocity. Nowadays, yeah. Any question?
So yeah, in the previous just 5 minutes ago, you have mentioned ODA with big data. I mean, and Informatica with big data. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am able to.
Yeah, ODA with big data and Informatica with big data. So that means, so that is also structured data or unstructured data? Because here in this example, you have mentioned, so ODA Informatica is only for structured data, but so there is in the market now in ODA, if you go to the topology, there is an option HBase, I mean Hadoop big data, the different sources are there. So what is that?
That's right. So in that databases, we already converted unstructured data into structured data to be placed over there. So end of the day, ODA is going to work on only structured data. So whatever we are seeing in the ODA topology Hive option, that is a connector to connect with the Hive database.
Got it.
So
that means even though they mentioned ODA with the big data.
Sorry?
Yeah, even though they have mentioned Informatica with big data, ODA with big data, that's not really we connected to the that application. It's just database, another database.
That's right.
Database.
Whatever big data systems are available end of the day, database system. Those all databases we can communicate. Like HBase is a one database, or Hive is a one thing. These all plugins we can connect it. That's what they mean. Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Now, next is available velocity. If you see nowadays, the data is coming the data is coming very fast. For example, if you take your Facebook, in one day, how many people are posting the thing? How many GBs of data is generating? Or if you take one CC camera, how many photos it is taking, and how much of video files it is putting? The speed of the data which is coming into the databases is too huge. Is too huge. Because of these three parameters, the big data is coming into the picture. So big data is going to work with what? Big volumes of data. Big data is going to work with what? Different varieties of data like structured, it may be or unstructured or semi-structured. And big data is going to be working with velocity also. That means with too much of data, with too much of speed, whatever it is coming, with that it is going to work. These are the three main basic points in the big data. If anyone asks the question, what is big data means? It is a variety of data, it is a velocity of data, it is a volume of data. That's what we are going to define it. In here, today we are surrounded by data. Today we are surrounded by data. If you see, people are uploading the videos and people are taking the pictures on their mobile phone, cell phone, and people are testing the friends like your WhatsApp or whatever we have it, and updating their Facebook status and leaving the comments around the web, clicking on the ads and so forth. Each and every example, whatever we have here, that is producing some data end of the day, right? Yes. And the data, whatever it is producing, is not KBs of data, it's not MBs of data, it's not GBs of data, it is more. Okay, within 1 second, so many things are happening. Within 1 second, so many things are happening. So, the reason we need to go for big data. Let's go try to see the next point. Missions too are generating and keeping more and more data. Not only human beings, above all things are human beings are doing, but missions. Now you take here some CC camera, you take it. You take here some CC camera, you take it. That is producing things. Or people are saying as we are going with the satellites and that they're also generating some photos and sending to the ahead. Okay, they're also generating so many photos, so much of data. So missions also generating data. That's how we are getting the data. Now, the exponential growth of data first presented challenges to cutting-edge business such as Google, Yahoo, Amazon, and Microsoft. If you take these all things, these all companies, we are everyone aware of these all things, and Google is the biggest search engine that will have number of hits. If you go and try to count it within a second, so many hits may be available. Those all data we have to capture. And next, they needed to go through terabytes and petabytes of data to figure out which websites were popular, what books were in demand, and what kinds of ads appeal to people. Okay, so that's what the Google problem. Google want to know what websites were popular, and Amazon want to know what books were in demand because that is a retail company. Like that, you may have a number of questions. That questions we can answer by taking big volumes of data. If you want to work with the big volumes of data, then you have to go with the big data. Existing tools were becoming inadequate to process such a large data set. We have so many tools are available in the market to process the data. But to process, if I go for large data set, then it is going to take days of time. It is a never-ending process. Like that will happen. I think as people are ETL people, you might be aware of it. Some days loads are taking more time, some days loads are taking less time. And if you go and try to see your source files will max of max, MBs of data only. With that MBs of data only, in one day I'm talking about incremental load you are doing, and one day I'm talking about. In that incremental load, you may have MBs of data for one particular table. Still, it is going to take 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 4 minutes of time. It is going to take it to process that one. If it is MB, it is that much of time. Then what about if it is terabyte? What about it is petabyte? Is it possible to process using our Informatica or ODA or whatever tools that are available in the market? No. That's where we have to go for some other solution. That's what Hadoop is here. Now, imagine you have 1 GB of data that you need to process. The data are stored in a relational database in our desktop computer, and this desktop computer has no problem handling this load. If 1 GB of data means using my laptop or my desktop, I can go and I can process. Then our company starts growing very quickly, and that data grows to 10 GB and then 100 GB. 10 GB and 100 GB. With 1 GB, I am happy. I am able to process using my one desktop. If it is quickly growing and I have, let us say, 10 GB of data or 100 GB of data, 10 GB of data or 100 GB of data, if I have it, then what you are going to do? 10 GB or 100 GB of data, if I have, then what you are going to do? Your desktop is not supporting, let us say. Okay, then that is where the problem will be coming into the picture. Then we have to think about some other solution. If you see here, and you start to reach the limits of your current desktop computer, the moment you put here 10 GB or 100 GB of data into this database. So you scale up by investing in a larger computer, and you are then working for a few more months. Then you decided, okay, my laptop is not supporting, let us purchase big hardware, like big hard disk, big RAM, everything big size we are trying to purchase and we are trying to manage for a few more months. When our data grows to 10 TB and then 100 TB, then what we are going to do? And we are fast approaching the limits of that computer also. That means, keep on, are you going to change your hardware and capabilities of the database or something? Are you with me, folks? Are you with me? It's not about lecture, it is about the sharing the
Yes.
knowledge. Okay,
Yeah.
you should ask the questions because we are also well educated. You have chance to see some of the projects and some of the systems in the different areas. So regular life, whatever we are doing, that only we are giving some kind of flavor we are adding on top of our tools. Whatever points I am explaining here, I think you people are very familiar, no doubt in that, because this GBs, TBs, the relational database, these all words are not new for you. It's all known points only. It's all known points only. Right. Please share the things if you have any questions so that it will be more interactive. That's what I shared my cam also. Okay, so that you can see and you can interact more. Thank you. Now, if you have, let us say, more data, moreover, you are now asked to feed your applications with unstructured data. This is one more problem what we are facing it. Unstructured data coming from sources like Facebook, Twitter, RFeed, Reader, sensors, and so on. Moreover, this is a problem. Okay, if it is a relational data, if it is a columns and rows, if you are giving 10 TB or 100 TB, somehow I can manage it by purchasing the big things, big hardware. But if it is unstructured data, whatever you do also, we are not able to work on it. If it is unstructured data, our regular tools, whatever available, we are not going to work on unstructured data. Then we need to derive information from both the relational data and the unstructured data, and want that information as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Okay, we have some of the data is unstructured data, some of the data is structured data, but I want to take the business decision or business analysis by taking help of both the things. by taking help of both the things. In that case, there is no option for me. I have to get the data or report out of unstructured and structured data. I have to get out of it. Okay, so we live in the data age. It's not easy to measure the total volume of data stored electronically. According to IDC estimate, put the size of the digital data at 0.18 gigabytes in 2006, and it grows by 2011 1.8 gigabytes. See, where is 0.18, where is 1.8? And a gigabyte is a 10 power of 21 bytes, or equivalently 1000 exabytes, 1 million petabytes, or 1 billion terabytes. I think this number itself is looking very hard. We are listening, then to understand this terabytes and petabytes, you may need to Google it and we have to see what it is exactly, right? That must have big numbers it is. That is roughly magnitude as one disk drive for every person in the world is required. So one hard disk is required for every person, it is saying. For one hard disk is required for every person in the world, it is saying. That much of data we have it. That much of data we have it. So this flood of data is coming from many sources. Consider the following: the New York Stock Exchange market, Facebook, and more important, the amount of data generated by machines will be even greater than that generated by people. Mission logs, sensor networks, vehicle GPS traces, retail transactions. These all are missions. Missions are in fact generating more data than human being activities. That's what we're trying to tell. That is true actually. That is true actually. Okay. Now, example: Facebook over 70 PB of data, petabytes of data. eBay over 5 petabytes of data. It is generating it. So, if you see here, in 60 seconds, what can happen? If I given the 60 seconds of time, what can happen? What can happen? You can observe. I think some of the things, whatever we are seeing here, you are very familiar. For example, you take familiar one, YouTube. In 60 seconds, 600 plus new videos are coming into the picture. 600 plus new videos are coming into the picture. And 70 plus domains are registered. That means websites are newly registering. 70 plus domains are newly registering. Okay. And if you go and try to observe here, let us say we have here, what is this? 370K plus minutes voice calls on the Skype is going on. 320 plus new Twitter accounts are creating. 100 plus new LinkedIn accounts are creating. So that means in within 60 seconds of time, using different applications, lot of data is generating. Lot of data is generating. This is all data. How to manage it? How to manage it? It's not a waste data. It is a useful data, and we have to manage it. From this, we have to take the decisions. We have to take it. Right now, we come to the what is big data. How is big data? Is 30 or 40 terabytes of big data, or 50 or 60 terabytes of big data? If I have the data this much, then I can call it as big data. What is the number of that one? Do you have any specific number? Okay, up to this number it is called as normal data. After this number it is called as big data. Like that, do we have any number? Do we have any number like that? No. As such, there are no numbers. We are going to see the volume, the velocity. Not only volume we are seeing here. We are also seeing what? Velocity and variety. Other two parameters also available. Not only the bigness of the things will not decide it is a big data. Okay. Big or small is one of the parameters, that is volume. We also need to consider other two parameters we have, that is called as variety and We have to need to consider here velocity also. Okay, right. Now, understanding big data. So, what is big data anyway? Big data is a term applied to data sets whose size is beyond the ability of commonly used software tools to capture, manage, and process the data within a tolerable elapsed time. This is very important parameter time. If I take our regular tools, whatever available, if I given the big data, let us say 1 KB of data, if I given, it is taking 1 second to process. If I given 10 KB of data, I given, it is taken 10 seconds to process. If I given 100 KB of data, it is given, let us say, 100 seconds is taking process. By that time, customer came and said like, man, I'm not interested 100 seconds to wait here. 100 seconds to wait here. Can you do quickly? If your tool is not able to manage that one, then I can call 100 KB of data itself is a big data. Are you getting my point? So, with the existing of your tool, as per customer requirement, if you are not able to quickly process the things, then whatever available the data, that itself I can call it as big data. So big data is a single data set may contain few terabytes to many petabytes of data you may have it. And that much of big data we are going to process in a reasonable time. We are going to process and we are going to convert that zigzag of data, that means some structured data, some unstructured data, some semi-structured data into one format, and that is useful to analyze our business. Am I clear? Right. Next, enterprises and big data. Most companies are currently using traditional tools to store the data. Big data, the next frontier for innovation, computation, and productivity. The use of big data will become a key basis of just walk through this point. So we have here mainly 3 types of data: traditional enterprise data, including customer information from CRM systems, transactional data, web store transactions, or you can take as ERP data, that is enterprise resource planning, that data, everything. Then missions generating data, including call detail records, web logs, manufacturing sensor, equipment logs, etc. And social data includes microblogging sites like Twitter, social media platforms like Facebook, anything. So these are the 3 types of data what we have mainly in the big data environment. Right. What makes it big data? Key characteristics of big data. Anyone ask the properties or characteristics of big data, then these are the 3 points what we have to talk about it. It's a volume. It's going to have big volume. And next is what? Velocity. Quickly it will be increasing the data. And variety, we have the different types of data we have. It may be social sites, it may be smart meter, or it may be a transaction, simple transaction. Anything is called as variety of data. From out of these 3 things, we are going to get some valuable data. That's what big data is going to do. You give whatever type of input you are giving it, or any combination you are giving it, from out of which we are going to get some value out of it. Right. The volume, what do you mean by volume? More specifically, if you go and try to see it, just walk through it. It talks about only one word mainly, that's called as size of the data. talks about only one word that is called as size of the data. Terabytes of data within few minutes it is going to generate it. That kind of things will be falls under this big data as the example we are taking here. Right. Next one, if you go and try to see here, we have here velocity. We have here, if you take your Twitter, they are providing here only 140 characters only they provided for one tweet. But still that also generating 8 GB data per day. That much of speedily the data is coming into the market. Even though they provide 140 characters, but we end up with this much of data, we end up with one day. Okay, right. So that's what we have it. Next, variety, non-traditional data format exhibit a dicing rate of change. Okay, that means we have here some social sites, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever it is, and we have some smart meters, blah blah. So these three parameters are called as main characteristics of the big data. Okay, out of those all things, we are going to get value out of it. That's what exactly our big data is doing. Right. Now, handling big data means what? Okay, from here, I think better we try to take a next class and let us go and try to see what is the outline of this course and how my training part will be going on. How my training part will be going on. So I am going to explain whatever we have. Mainly, main systems are first called as Hadoop file system and MapReduce. Anyone, if I say big data, then we need to explain these two things mandatorily. Okay, after that, some people will be discussing something, some people will be discussing something, it will be different ecosystems are available, they will be dealing with different things. Okay, in my case, I will be going with the PIZ, we'll be going with the Hive, we'll be going with the Scoop, and we're also going with the HBase, and also we are going to learn basic level of, it's not full, basic level of Spark and Scala, we are going to learn about it. This is what, as part of this one, what I am going to teach it. This is what I am going to teach it as part of this one. But, however, I can give the guarantee once my course is completed, tomorrow you want to learn something which is not covered but is part of our big data. Then we can go and we can explore your own. That much of capabilities we are going to get it. And one point is very clear, no one is going to cover the full-fledged, all the ecosystems, whatever available in the Hadoop, no one is going to cover those all things. Because we have here so many ecosystems are available with the Hadoop. Okay, let it open. Right. If you go and try to see, it's opening. One moment. See here, this light is not that clear. Okay, if you go and try to see different slides with the ecosystem as the import, then we are going to get different components we are going to get over there. Okay, different components are going to get over there. So it's not important like, okay, how many things you are learning. Understanding the basic fundamental is very important, and in what cases, what tool you have to learn it. That's what important. And as the people are aware of it, let us say ETL people, let me give the example with respect to that. In the ETL area, to do the same work, we have the tools like Informatica, we have the tools like Datascience, we have the tools like SSIS, we have the tools like, let us say, MSAzure, and we have the tools like, what is that, Talent, and we have the tools like ODI. Like this, a number of tools are available. All are doing at the end of the day same job or not? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Are you going to use all the tools in the market at a time in one project? No. Similarly, here also we have so many ecosystems are available, but reality is no one is going to use all the things at a time. So in our project, we are going to use limited. Whatever we are going to use it, that even I didn't explain it, with the knowledge whatever I am going to provide, matter of within 2 or 3 days, we are following some documents, you'll be able to do that kind of thing. It's as simple as I can say, if you know the Informatica, if I need to go for data stage, I don't think so you need to go for much time spending on that one, right? Because we know the basic concepts, whatever available, we are aware of it. Right. Similarly, that one. This is what I am going to cover. And my style of teaching will be always, I won't be providing any notes in the class. However, we do have here clearly documentations are available. We are going to provide here classroom notes. We are going to provide to you. Okay, which contains here. Let me take the latest copy. So this is what the notes what I am going to deliver it. Okay. Then if you go and try to see, I will be giving here what is the scenario, and to achieve that scenario, what are the steps are available, the steps, and corresponding screenshot also are providing it. Okay, and mostly we are going to work with the Linux system only. There is no Windows system available here. Okay, only Linux system we are going to work on it, and Linux basic commands, whatever is required, those things also part of this course I will be delivered it. If you know, it's well and good. If you don't know basic commands, whatever Terra commands, whatever regularly we are using it, those things I am going to explain it. I hope I am good with the things what I am going to deliver it. What I am going to deliver it. If you have any questions, I would like to go with that. Any questions, please?
Yeah, I have one question. Like we have explained, like, and you have given an overview about the Hadoop and the ecosystem. So what about these vendors like Mapper or Cloudera?
Right. Cloudera is I can say founder of this one. Apache is the founder, that's okay, but the extension is everything is doing by this Cloudera and hardware network is all things. Cloudera is a big guy in this Hadoop environment. Even we are going to use a VM is provided by the Cloudera only. We are going to use it. We can prepare our own VM also. If you use the Cloudera VM, most of the functionalities will be in industry oriented will be available. That's what even we are using that VM only. We are going to use it. Are you getting my point?
I have one question. As you have mentioned, the big data is used by whatever the class just now we completed. So the example all are big companies like all the social networking sites, Google, all those things. How this big data is useful for small scale companies like our medium scale companies. So for example, let's take in our company they use they are using Oracle database, and a few companies are using. How the big data or Hadoop is used for for those people?
Okay. So what I want to cover here is, if one system is processing the big data, it also can process the small data. It doesn't mean that one always it has to be big data only. And it is open source. That is very important. That is very important. That is the reason people are love to go with this one. However, if you want to go with this big data, hardware wise, we have to spend more money. We have to do one simple calculation. Whatever we are investing on the hardware and maintenance side, what is the price? And whatever we are using the regular our small systems like Oracle or whatever we are using it databases, with that license, with that hardware, how much we are spending. Those things we have to calculate and we have to take the decision. At this point of time, I can tell, yes, you're correct. This system is using by Hadoop big data is using by big customers only using it. However, down the line, that will close to the small customers also will go and try to use this one because of it is open source. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Even our tools also coming like that only. Let us say Informatica is available now. Informatica is available now. If you want to go with your Informatica tool, the licensing and those all things are very tough, and that is the reason even the latest tools, whatever is coming in the market, for example, we take here Talent. Okay, this is one of the tool which is coming into the market in the ETL area. What it is? It is a open source. So,
Okay.
but it is doing the same ETL job.
Yeah, this one, so Talent is open source, is data integration, right? So, I know as I spoke with you, I mean, just 15 minutes ago, so the unstructured data is converted to the structured data. So this Talent is doing unstructured data to the structured data?
Very good question. So in the Talent, directly it is not happening. I said here one point, what I said, we have here one point, what is that? Spark and Scala, I said it, right? Okay. Using these things, this guy created apps. Suppose sending mail is your requirement, sir. The sending mail may require so much of code. Those all code he written and he given that as a one app. That was he given as a one app in the Talent. So you will not write any code over there. Code will be end of the day will be taken care internally, and they're already taken by vendor. That is Talent guy is taken care. You are going to just drag and drop, and you are going to plug what is the to address, what is the CC address, what is the BCC address, and subject line and body part. You are going to write it. To send the mail, the integration part, whatever available back and whatever code it has to run it, everything already taken care. That's how they are saying as it's going to work with unstructured data. Unstructured data app they created. Are you with me?
Okay. I'm not clear actually. So the Talent. So you mean even Informatica or in ODA also the mail, whatever you mentioned, that mail option is there.
No, that is one of the example I said. That's not
Okay.
end to end. Okay.
Sure. So that means the Talent. So if we want to convert the unstructured to the structured data, so you mean to say the app is available. So that's what the bottom line.
That's what. Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Okay. So the Talent is also a data integration tool, right? So that's right. That is works with structured data or unstructured data?
Both it can handle.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, any other questions? If no, we'll stop today and we'll try to meet tomorrow, and we'll be learning a few more things, and we'll go with some Linux commands, and we start with the HDFS system we are going to start with. First, we will going to start with HDFS, then followed by MapReduce. We are going to start with, then followed by this big hive, whatever order I written, the same order we are going to learn about it. Okay, and I will be teaching the installation part. Those things also I will be covering it. Thank you. Then we'll meet tomorrow sharp 6 a.m. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you.